the money that went to that election from the Accord party itself cannot be under 40 billion.
40 billion.
I stand to be corrected. Secondly, on Monday, they sent over 7.5 billion to the various local governments, various wards. The minimum of the wards that got the minimum will be about 35 million. The money that went to that election from the Accord party itself cannot be under 40 billion.
40 billion.
I stand to be corrected because without Omishore also, with all due respect to him, Ife will have gone the way it went. It's not an Omishore family.
What the Accord party is saying is that irrespective of the attempt to buy people's vote, they still won.
Well, the issue is Nigerians fooling Nigerians, or you're fooling yourself one way or the other, as an individual, as a party. Accord party readily, like their opponents, the money that went to that election from the Accord party itself cannot be under 40 billion.
40 billion.
I stand to be corrected. Secondly, on Monday, they sent over 7.5 billion to the various local governments, various wards. The minimum of the wards that got the minimum will be about 35 million. In a ward of about 7, 8, 9 polling units.
And this money was what? This money was...
Well, they will be the one to define what the money is. You see, when you listen to people, you say that we won because we were praying. It was as a sort of prayer. They should pocket such lies. The fact that I don't come to the public does not mean I'm doing the right thing. The fact remains that both parties spend stupendiously. They spend beyond the threshold, like every other political party. So let's not.
So both APC and Accord party. I'm
saying that don't let anybody come and tell you it's because we are praying, we are fasting was why we won the election. That was why I gave the analysis of the election. The fact remains that the two sides spend to outwit each other. In the first place, let me ask you, the 20 million largesse that went out like a week before the election, that prompted the EFCC to freeze the account, shows that something is not right. Why don't you send those largesse to the people 6 months ago? Nigerians will use to hide, will do a lot of things. Those in government wants to play that they are saints. They give an impression it's APC spending, it's APC that spend. The two of them.
But it also speaks, because you are the governor,
yes,
perhaps it speaks to the popularity of Governor Ayodele Fayose, irrespective of the quantum of money from both sides.
If you are popular, why are you spending?
He won with a record vote, 511,000.
Excuse me, we're not talking about the votes. I'm talking about the differential. It is the differential they call a win, not the number of votes. That number, 500 and something and 400 and something to the other, to the APC, is to the population of Osun.
But the backstory is that APC had its own challenges. That the way and manner the candidate emerged in the first place, as a selection, not as a primary election, the displeasure that
tell me who will have been
the aspirants.
Tell me who will have been the candidate.
No.
I'm not saying that there was no selection. But let me say to you, every other leader that people look up to play a very important role in influencing how the process will go. You understand? In Ekiti, in other states, it is either the outgoing governor or the leader of the party that largely put their support on one of the candidates. So the fact that it has happened in Osun, I've asked you a simple question. All the other contestants, if they've given them same opportunity, you still see it fall out.
But the point I'm making is that someone like Senator Omishoro, who used to be National Secretary of the APC, there are conversations as to whether indeed the reconciliation worked, given
it never worked.
Given the votes that we saw in Nifemi.
It never worked because without Omishoro also, with all due respect to him, if it will have gone the way it went. It's not an issue factor. I stand to correct it. Look at what happened when the Adele's lost in the election of 2018, that they went to a village to go and do the remaining part of the election. Maybe you are not aware of this.
Yes, we run. And they now worked with the senator.
Yes, what I'm telling you is this. It's like, okay, let me give you this. They went to Ilola. He said he's going to support, he's not going to support their delegates. But Ilola lost in all the local governments. They ran to Ilola thinking Ilola will produce results. He lost in all the local governments.
But it was Senator Obishore that salvaged the situation in favor of the APC.
When?
In Ife, in that rerun election.
No, in that rerun election, it was only about 300 votes.
Exactly.
You can't say somebody salvaged an election that was neck on neck, that was determined by 200, 300 votes. That was an incident of rigging at the time. Just call a spade, just call a dog a bad name to hang him. I have no issues against Omishore. When you are not contesting, your followership dips. When you are not the candidates, your followership dips.
But what's the lesson here for the APC? Because there are other states like Kwara, where the entire aspirants are also against the APC. They've even formed the G15, saying that they're not going to support the APC. Do you think that the ruling party has some lessons to learn?
Naturally. Every constituted leadership must learn from their mistakes. But sometimes, not what we think was the problem was the problem. The fact that the Adele's had their strength in Ede. Are you telling me picking an Omishore will change what happened in Ede? No. That's the reality.
But maybe the margin would have the same.
Excuse me, I just said it to you. Their delegates are rooted in their hometown. Omishore or APC has no presence. So carrying an Omishore or giving an Omishore denomination, what will it change? Nothing. Because 66,000 votes, 66,000 vote differential. 46,000 from Ede alone. You can't do nothing about it. It's not a function of a candidate. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying the candidate is bad. But in other places, they were neck to neck. The chunk of the vote came from Ede. That's it. And in Ede too, there's no denying that it was a free day for them. I'm just giving you my practical perspective.
So the APC, we haven't heard from them. Oyebamiji has not congratulated the governor yet. They say they're looking into the figures. Do you think they should go to court or they should just accept?
I think they should go to court.
Is there anything there for them, really?
Listen. There's a strategy to win. You win with a strategy that is unknown to me. When facts are brought forth, it can be contested. For me, the votes in Ede, the differential in Ede is not the largest community in Osun State. You don't have that kind of thing in Osogbo.
But that's the Adeleke struggle.
I just said that, but I'm talking about the figures.
You think it was rigged?
I believe it was piled. That's what I believe. I'm not saying it's not their stronghold. I believe that they have a reasonable total majority there. But when you look at the vote, and in two local governments, you have a differential 46,000. And that's a lot.
They say President Tinubu is the real winner here, but do you think he will be able to get the aggregate of both numbers that we saw in Osun in 2027?
He will get more. President Tinubu will get more. You see, President Tinubu, that I know, will deal with the two sides separately, at least for his own good. President Tinubu will get more votes in Osun State, because he will deal with the delegates and he will deal with the APC's own party separately. So when everybody has what it takes and they have assurance of the president for their future, they will both work for it.
Which party are you in now?
I am in PDP.
Still in PDP?
And I remain in PDP.
Right.
You understand? The fact remains, a lot of people get it wrong. Most of the former presidents and leaders in America never supported Trump. They complain. Does it make them not a member of that his party? The answer is no. When all fails, leadership rise to take position. For me, who do I support now? Obi says he was going to do one tenure. Would you think that will come to bear after grabbing the power of Nigeria as president? And Atiku is into something already. What are you talking about?
No, they say what we saw in Osun gives the opposition some hope that they can really win.
It has only given them hopelessness. Hopelessness. The only thing that can give them hope has gone past, which is they are coming together. They have failed to come together and they cannot retrieve that back. That is certain. If they can come together, if they had come together, and even look at NDC. You see anybody talking about NDC in the West? Talk about what is that other party? Who are the people talking about there? In Ekiti election, you saw they got only 4,000 votes.
No, they said that they worked with Accord Party.
And let them keep working with somebody else. It's good for them to be working. They said they work with Accord Party, which is good. Let them keep working with somebody else.